Good evening. This 5th day of October 2020. I trust you had yourself a fantastic day. It's a Sunday that was characterized by a beehive of activities. First, it was Kenya being represented in a London marathon where Bridget Kosgei emerged winner in the female category, while Kipchumba coming in second in the men category. Again, 2 people dead in Kenol after chaos erupted where Deputy President William Ruto was, and police officers are saying they will work round the clock to ensure instigators of those chaos are brought to book. Well, details of that and much more coming your way right here at Channel 1 Weekend. It's also on a Sunday, and tonight on Family Matters, we talk matters online, business opportunities. We all are aware of the economic impact occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. So which businesses have survived during this pandemic and who is making money, while the online business persons are saying they are the people to look out for? Let's have this conversation at Purity_Museo and at KBC Channel 1 News. The hashtag to use tonight, Family Matters KBC. Let's begin our broadcast with the day's highlights.
Muheshimu kanisa, muheshimu mahali Mungu ametutoa.
Deputy President William Ruto condemns chaos at AIPCA Church Kenol in Murang'a County Sunday morning. Physical learning for tertiary institutions and universities countrywide to resume on Monday. And 243 people test positive for the novel coronavirus from 4,385 samples screened in the last 24 hours. A very warm welcome to the broadcast. My name is Purity Museo, and Lensa Odingo is our sign language interpreter tonight. Remember, the hashtag to use tonight is Family Matters KBC. Our topic of discussion is the online business opportunities. What kind of trust do you have on these businesses? Some of you already tweeting and saying they don't trust. So let's talk with the experts and hear what they have to say and whether there are any opportunities to tap in this sector. Beginning our broadcast now, Deputy President William Ruto has condemned chaos witnessed at AIPCA Church Kenol Town in Murang'a County Sunday morning. Ruto putting on notice public officers for engaging in divisive politics, saying the Jubilee government will not condone such acts. The Deputy President insisting that he is in Jubilee Party to stay and he will not be cowed by those calling for his removal as a Deputy Party leader. This as Inspector General of Police confirmed 2 people lost their lives during the chaos.
Early Sunday morning, and Kenol Town in Murang'a was visited by violence. 2 opposing groups clashing only hours before Deputy President William Ruto arrived for a church service in the locality. The confrontation forcing the police to move into to try and contain the violence. When Ruto eventually arrived at the church, sanity had been restored and the service went on with heavy police presence manning the streets outside the church.
And I want to ask all those who serve in this administration to remember where we came from, to remember where Uhuru Kenyatta and myself and the Jubilee administration got the responsibility to run the affairs of this nation. That is where we came from, and we must respect that.
Speaking at the church, Deputy President William Ruto urged civil servants not to allow politicians to use them to cause division in the country. He argued that civil servants using their position to cause violence in the country were embarrassing the president and contradicting fundamental ideals of the party.
Kwa sababu tulipiga magoti hapa kwenye madhabahu haya, Mungu akatupatia uongozi, Mungu akatupatia serikali, ndio serikali hii ya Jubilee ikaundwa. Haiwezi kuwa ndio serikali itakuja kupiga tear gas kanisa, madhabahu na watu wa Mungu. It cannot be.
The Deputy President said a section of leaders in the country used to archaic politics were uncomfortable with the ongoing conversation on youth empowerment. MPs accompanying him wondering how goons could be used to try and disrupt a church service.
Kwa hivyo leo tukiwa hapa kanisani, kama kuna mtu wako hapa na ugonjwa na muuma mahali, Mungu ponya huyo mtu, hiyo ugonjwa iende ume wale walitupa tear gas kwa kanisa hapa.
they would want to storm and tear gas people in the house of God is because they want to balkanize the Mount Kenya region as a region that belongs to a certain group and not to everybody.
So today kutuma watu hapa na fujo kama tumevuja ahadi kwa Wakenya, the biggest promise we have broken is today.
Walianza kukuigiria usitoe sadaka katika kanisa. Wameona umeendelea kutoa. Wakaona sasa watakuwa wanaharibu ibada ya kanisa.
Ni jambo ambalo ni laibu. Sisi tumeona kama viongozi ambapo viongozi wengine wanapanga, wanakuja katika kaunti ya Murang'a, alafu wanakuja kuanza kutaja majina. Ukienda katika altar ya Mungu katika kanisa, kwa nini utumie altar kudanganyana na kutaja majina ya watu na jambo ambalo hulijui?
Ruto telling his supporters to remain steadfast as he was in Jubilee Party to stay.
Wao ndio wanafaa kuwa Jubilee ama ni mimi? Lakini si mnajua Uhuru Kenyatta, si kazi yetu ni kumsaidia amalize hiyo safari imebaki ya miaka miwili.
Meanwhile, Inspector General of Police Hilary Muchembai says police have launched investigation following the chaos which claimed 2 lives. In a statement to newsrooms, the Inspector General said the conflicts ensued after 2 opposing groups clashed, warning that stern action will be taken against any person engaging in planning and executing unlawful acts. Suleiman Yeri, Channel 1 News.
Elsewhere, physical learning is expected to resume on Monday across the country for tertiary and institutions of higher learning after 7 months of holiday occasioned by the coronavirus pandemic. Final year students in public universities and colleges are expected to be back to lectures, and preparations to receive them are already on top gear.
Hundreds of students in tertiary institutions of higher learning are expected back to their colleges Monday as classes resume. Under the patched opening approach, students in their final year of studies are to commence lectures on Monday after 7 months coronavirus holiday break. In Thika, over 10 higher learning institutions have been fumigated. Public health officers disinfected lecture halls, dormitories, offices, buses, kitchen, training areas and other amenities. According to Francis Mogire, a public health officer from Thika sub-county, the exercise is being undertaken to prevent learners from contracting COVID-19 when they return back to schools.
Ni shughuli ambayo tulikuwa tumeianza hapo mbeleni na tumefanya institutions zaidi ya 10 hapa Thika na ndani ya Kiambu County, na bado tutaendelea kufanya hiyo shughuli ya fumigation ili kuhakikisha ya kwamba wanafunzi wetu watakaporejea mashuleni au macolleges watakuwa safe.
Alongside other COVID-19 containment measures, all learning institutions will now be required to mandatorily enforce monitoring of body temperatures, get linked to the health facility prior to reopening.
And so since they were not able to do the exams in March, we were given directive from NEC officers that they should resume on Monday to prepare and rehearse for exams.
While learners and staff will be provided with weekly psychological and spiritual support during and after reopening. At the Jomo Kenyatta University of Agriculture and Technology, final year health and science students are already back at university. While observing COVID-19 rules, the students have already started the exam in order to be ready for graduation by the end of the year.
We don't accommodate all our students. We target our first years. And of course now it means that the 2,700 bed capacity that we used to have a long time ago has been reduced to about 1,300 bed capacity, which means that most students now will have to be still.
The University Vice Chancellor Victoria Ngumi said that the institution is making its own masks and sanitizers, which will be given to every student at subsidized rates.
And we were working very hard as a university to make sure that in the classrooms there is social distancing. We also have hand washing points all over the university.
Besides fumigating the entire institution, Professor Ngumi said the hospital is working with Kiambu County Department of Health in readiness for any problem. The Ministry of Education is yet to announce reopening dates for primary and secondary schools. Timothy Kipnusu for Channel 1 News.
And turning to our daily COVID-19 update, 243 people have tested positive for the novel coronavirus in the country from 4,385 samples screened in the last 24 hours. During the same period, 3 people succumbed to COVID-19, increasing the death toll to 731. In a statement, the Minister of Health also announced 233 more recoveries, bringing the total number of those who have recovered to 26,659. 39,427 people have so far tested positive for the novel coronavirus since the country reported the first case of the deadly COVID-19 disease 6.5 months ago. In the last 24 hours, the Ministry of Health has announced 243 new infections from 4,385 samples tested. The youngest patient is a 4-month-old infant, while the oldest is aged 80. Nairobi recorded the highest number of daily cases with 70, Nakuru 44, Trans Nzoia 30, Kisumu and Mombasa 15 cases each, Narok 13 cases, Kiambu 11, Kericho 10, Kakamega 7, Machakos 6, Isiolo 4, Kajiado, Meru, Bungoma and Nandi 3 cases each, Uasin Gishu 2 cases, while Bomet, Kirinyaga, Laikipia and Kilifi recorded single cases. In a statement, the Ministry of Health also announced 233 recoveries, 219 from home-based care program, while 14 from hospitals. 26,659 COVID-19 patients have so far made full recovery. The country also lost 3 more patients in the last 24 hours, taking the number of fatalities to 731. In other news, Samuel Dede will be the ODM flag bearer in the Kisumu North Ward by-election slated for December 15th. Dede emerged victorious in a hotly contested by-election nomination exercise, beating front runners Tom Kotieno and former Councillor Bernard Muga. The seat fell vacant following the resignation of Elisha Oraro, who was appointed the Kisumu County Assembly Speaker after ouster of Onyango Olo on corruption-related allegations.
After a day long of uncertainty, confusion and anxiety, little-known Samuel Dede beat a crowded field of 5 ODM contestants to clinch the party's ticket for the December 15th by-election for the Kisumu North Ward. Dede garnered 1,461 votes and will square it out with Ford Kenya's Ken Ogada and John Oko of Amani National Congress in the December mini poll. In Kakamega, Western Region, leaders aligned to Amani National Congress Party leader Musalia Mudavadi have come out strongly to critique happenings in Jubilee Party. They termed as unacceptable the move by Deputy President William Ruto to distance himself from government functions.
Ninasikia kuna watu wanaanza kusema ati pia hao ndio wanaongoza Waluya, ati pia hao wanataka kuwa president. We only have one leader in Western Region, and that leader is Musalia Mudavadi. Na mtu yoyote ambaye anapinga Musalia Mudavadi, huyo ni adui ya Waluya.
Tunasema Muluya number 2 kwa population hajapata nafasi. Na kwa sababu tuna nafasi ya 2022 yetu, tunasema wale tumesaidia raundi hii watusaidie, si ndio?
Mudavadi says Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta jointly formed the government and the Deputy President should own up to happenings in the party.
Sasa Kenya inahitaji serikali na viongozi ambao watazingatia kurejesha uchumi kwa hali ambayo itapeana ajira kwa vijana wetu.
Meanwhile, a section of youth from Mount Kenya region have endorsed the yet-to-be-released Building Bridges Initiative BBI comprehensive report, saying it will empower them. Speaking after holding a meeting in Thika, the youth expressed confidence the initiative will create positions for them to lead the country, contrary to the current governance structure.
More than ever, we have a chance in this country as young people to lead. We have been told we are the future, we are the future, and we are saying the future is now.
Wacheni tuweke kiburi kando, tuweke ubinafsi kando, tuangalie maisha na maslahi ya wananchi. Wacheni tuache kuweka tumbo zetu mbele. Tuangalie kesho yetu kama nchi itakuwa wapi.
Suleiman Yeri, Channel 1 News.
Right, let's now cross over to South Sudan in Juba, where Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka has urged the Sudanese government and former rebels to fully implement articles of agreement signed between the parties in Juba on Saturday. Speaking to Channel 1, the former vice president said it would be a travesty of justice if the parties reneged on the efforts put in place to ensure permanent tranquility in the troubled region. Kalonzo Musyoka reiterating that a peaceful Sudan equates to great business opportunities to the entire East African community.
There are those rebel groups that did not agree to the signing. What is the way forward from here in ensuring that they are also accommodated towards this peace journey?
Under the terms of this agreement, the rebel groups are supposed to, for instance, take about 25% of the cabinet slots within the arrangements of the transitional government, which is in Khartoum. This is sort of an attraction that because they want an all-inclusive process, if they come on board, they'll also be able to participate. And so I think every effort will be made to reach out to them. This peace belongs to the people. It should not just be left to the leaders. Therefore, ownership of the peace process by the people of Sudan is fundamental. That's why, in spite of COVID-19, you saw a normal rally. In fact, at some stage, I was worried whether they're observing social distance during the signing ceremony. You could see the excitement, which means that people own the process. But the leaders also must continue to give leadership. Now, what do I mean by that? Without living the letter and the spirit of the protocols, it will be very difficult for implementation.
What are we taking home as Kenya now that we are bordering South Sudan from the northern side?
A peaceful South Sudan is very beneficial for Kenya. We think that as East Africa, a peaceful Sudan and a peaceful South Sudan is definitely very beneficial to the East African community. Because already a lot of Kenyan businessmen, you imagine banks like KCB, in fact it used to be said Kenya Commercial Bank was like the central bank here in Juba. And then you had Equity Bank, you have Cooperative Bank, you have all the main banks here, and the hordes and teams of business people.
Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka there speaking from Juba, where he witnessed the signing of that peace agreement between the government and the rebels, of course saying the peaceful South Sudan equates to the peaceful East African community. Back home, Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya has assured tea farmers of reforms in the sector to ensure better annual bonuses. Speaking to tea farmers at the KBC Agricultural Training Center, Munya said the government will put in place a raft of measures in a bid to prevent perennial plummeting of prices in proceeds from the cash crop. The move came even as the Kenya Tea Development Agency urged farmers to ignore calls for tea plucking boycotts, saying it will be paying out 51.8 billion shillings on an increase of 5 billion shillings compared to last year as second payment.
Tea farmers in the country may soon enjoy better bonuses after years of suffering. Agriculture Cabinet Secretary Peter Munya says the government is committed to exploring all available remedial options to reverse the trend of poor remuneration, which caused a lot of frustration to farmers, causing many to abandon tea farming.
Serikali iwezi kubali kilimo ya chai ipotee vile kahawa ilipotea kununua chai nje ya auction. Wanaipeleka huko, bei ni chini, wanaitoa, wananunua wao wenyewe, wanaenda kuuza kwingine. Njia nyingine ya kusaidia chai kwa soko, lazima tuuze soko kwa sheria ya kisasa ile inaitwa commodity trading, where there is transparency in the rules operating at the market, na tunatumia digital online system ndio mtu akiwa mahali popote, ukiwa kwa factory yenu Kisii hapa, unaona vile chai yako inauzwa na inauzwa bei gani.
Munya said there are plans to review recommendations on improving the sector made in 2014 in order to draft a bill on tea crop regulation. Kisii County Governor James Ongwae and Nyamira Senator Kongo Mogeni decried a high commission charged by the Kenya Tea Development Agency, saying it needs to be reduced so that farmers can cater for other factory costs.
Management fee kutoka 2.5 to 1.5. Hiyo tunakubali. hata pengine hata ingeenda to 1%.
Tumechoka na hii maneno ya KTDA kukata mkulima commission at 2.5% ndio watuuzie chai. Ilipe manager wa factory. Ile pesa ingine ikuje direct kwa mkulima.
The development comes even as farmers in the larger Gusii region are protesting low proceeds from this year's tea bonuses by the KTDA. However, in a statement, KTDA has urged all farmers in the country not to be incited to boycott tea plucking. The agency says it will be paying out 51.8 billion shillings as second payment compared to 46.4 billion shillings in the previous financial year. It said the 4,000 tea buying centers operated by KTDA managed tea factories will remain operational and will collect green leaf from farmers as is the norm, as well as the 69 factories under its management.
You're watching Channel 1 Weekend this Sunday night. Feres Kemunto on Twitter, you're saying you're watching with Dennis Onyino from Eldoret. William Mwamburi, you tuned in from Watamu. And Simao Mao, you're saying you're watching from Kayole. Dr. Don Chacha, you are saying you cannot miss Channel 1 Weekend. Thank you so much. And then we have Sally Boy, you're watching from Eldoret. And you're saying, yeah, as always, KBC Channel 1 Weekend. Joshua Dongo, you also tuned in. Remember, tonight on Family Matters, we explore the online business opportunities there are and whether these are some of the businesses that are benefiting from the COVID-19 pandemic. The opportunities, please, you want to listen into this and see whether you can grab any of the opportunities that we will be talking about tonight. And my guests include Purity Musyoka and Joan Mwangi, and both work for Bold Cashers. They'll be telling us what that is all about as well. Mental health experts are raising concerns over increasing cases of suicide, especially among young people in the country. The experts who link the hard economic times to the current trend say stigma for mental health related illnesses is even making it harder to deal with the menace. Cases of suicide are reportedly on the rise in the country, with mental health experts expressing fear that the situation could escalate and get out of hand if nothing is done.
One thing that has happened in our society that is losing everything is the way we have commodified life, that we have made life something that is a means towards achieving an end. So we are using life to get rich, we're using life to get degrees, we're using life to get wealth and the rest. And in the process, we've lost the real meaning, the real purpose for which we are alive.
According to a group of mental health experts who spoke in Kisii, the country could lose an entire generation if action is not taken now.
I believe that one of the ways we can do this is create teams and programs that support our people to live in values, especially the value of gratitude, the value of resilience, and also to be able to create the tendency to be hopeful that whatever happens, it can be better tomorrow if we apply ourselves.
Their concerns came as over 200 youth from Shamata, Nyandarua County participated in a 17-kilometer mental health awareness walk reaching Oldonyo Lesatima Summit, the highest peak of the Aberdare Ranges, in a bid to persuade people struggling with different mental illnesses to speak out.
Basically, it's about trying to engage the youth on how to handle stressful situations, because we realize that within a short period of time, we've had issues of the youth not being able to handle situations, not just the youth, but also members of the community. We've had suicides in this area and killings, which are not good.
Area leaders took the opportunity to echo the call for everyone to reinforce the available efforts to fight the vice and help those struggling with depression.
Tumesikizana. Hakuna mtu ako na shida ambaye ni yake peke yake. Lazima aongee na rafiki yake, kwa sababu pengine hata huyu rafiki yake ako na shida kama hiyo.
Today we are here with other youths and we have really enjoyed the walk and the breeze also, and it has been a very amazing time.
During the walk, young people were sensitized on stress management and how to deal with depression. To the county revenue stalemate, the Council of Governors Chairperson Wycliffe Oparanya has urged President Uhuru Kenyatta to intervene to ensure counties get funds immediately. Governor Oparanya says the cash crunch now in its fourth month is threatening the reverse gains of devolution. His sentiments came as Senate Speaker Kenneth Lusaka called on county governments to exercise patience as they will eventually get their allocations as approved by Parliament.
Council of Governors Chairman Wycliffe Oparanya wants President Uhuru Kenyatta to direct the National Treasury to release funds by Monday next week to save counties from total collapse.
Nataka hii iwe agenda ya kwanza rais akirudi. Jumatatu tunataka pesa siende kwa county.
Oparanya, who is also governor of Kakamega County, says most devolved units are now on their knees and any further delay in disbursing money will make matters worse.
Kiendelea hivi tena tutafunga. Ya, watu waende nyumbani. Kwa sababu mimi naenda kukopa pesa katika bank, kulipa mishahara.
He regretted that the financial stalemate was occasioned by delays by the Senate to pass the third generation revenue sharing formula, dragging the entire process and making counties suffer. In a rejoinder, Kenneth Lusaka called for patience, saying counties will be back on their feet once the county allocation of revenue bill passed by the Senate is approved by the National Assembly and enacted by the President. Timothy Kipnosu for Channel 1 News.
Moving on, political leaders have been faulted for fueling ethnic animosity among Kenyans. Speaking at Lenana Primary School in Narok County, Anglican Church of Kenya Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit called on politicians to stop dividing Kenyans along tribal lines and instead preach peace ahead of the 2022 general elections. Details of this and much more in the news making headlines in the counties.
Politicians have been urged not to cause divisions amongst Kenyans. Anglican Church of Kenya Archbishop Jackson Ole Sapit says the current trend of charged politics might result to violence and called on leaders to exercise sobriety in their engagements.
Tutafute mbinu na namna ya kusaidia Wakenya wote kuinuka katika uchumi, lakini sio kumobilize kisiasa, kwa sababu hiyo italeta vita na vurugu ya kusema walio nayo na wasio nayo lazima wapigane. Hatuwezi kukubali mambo ya aina hiyo, maana Kenya ni moja.
Ole Sapit called on Kenyans to be vigilant not to fall prey to selfish politicians wishing to use violence for their selfish gains. Meanwhile, the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Administration and Security has called for an urgent review of allowances to the police officers in the country to boost their morale. Speaking in Kapenguria, Committee Chair Paul Koinange said the committee is keen in looking into how the police service can be helped to be able to deliver to Kenyans.
When we improve the standard or environment for police officers where they work, they will be able to serve the people where they are.
Elsewhere, long-distance truck drivers are threatening to demonstrate over long queues at the Busia-Malaba border. Led by Chief Executive Officer Kenya Transporters Association Dennis Ombok, the drivers are protesting the delay in the release of coronavirus test results. That is mandatory requirement before crossing the border to neighboring countries. They urge the Ministry of Health to move with speed to address the issue.
I'm urging the government to move with speed and provide the necessary testing kits and the reagents so that these drivers that we have may be tested and be allowed to move on.
Finally, 303 members of Harambee Sacco have received title deeds at a 40-acre piece of land in Rongai constituency in Nakuru County as part of government's initiative to power the decent and affordable housing agenda.
Bought this parcel of land, 40 acres. We have subdivided and we are ready today to issue out 303 title deeds.
The beneficiaries are required to build at least 300 units on their 50 by 100 plots and rent them out at an affordable price.
Everyone's dream is to have a home, and when it comes to having a home, people are very fearful that they may not afford a home. How we can be supported is being given finance.
Remember, we are live on Facebook and YouTube. You can stream live and keep tweeting, telling us where you are watching us from. Of course, going through your feedback during this broadcast and even before the till end. Time for us to take our first commercial break. Don't go too far. We still have plenty more to come. Stay with us.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Tonight on KBC Channel 1 on the next episode of Ashoka.
Please stop for me, please. Your game is over, you assassin.
I am the one who decides what I should know and what I shouldn't. Only me.
Yeah, unacheki superhero on a mission. Yeah, I know it's impossible to really not stare. Spend weekends in my car, see me come dead.
We are moving from this
to this.
Constantly, we are dynamic,
energetic,
youthful,
but most importantly, entertaining.
It mimics na shash, but you really can't tell. Check your black juchin, window nili tint, kabla uhami mjini.
Tunawapeleka na riang manze.
As we unveil our new Luku Luku.
Muheshimu kanisa, muheshimu mahali Mungu ametutoa.
Many thanks for staying with us. And U.S. President Donald Trump says he is doing well, but that the next few days will be the real test. Trump posted a video on Twitter ahead of the second night in hospital where he is being treated for COVID-19. The U.S. president's physician said that late on Saturday that Trump had made substantial progress but was not out of the woods yet.
Shortly after the medical team gave a generally upbeat update, White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said the president's condition had been very concerning. A number of people around Trump have tested positive, including First Lady Melania Trump. Many of them attended a crowded White House event last weekend on the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett as a Supreme Court judge. It is being scrutinized as a possible super spreader event. According to the U.S. media, the latest positive test has been for Nicholas Luna, a close personal assistant to the president. Trump in Twitter said he wasn't feeling so well when he arrived at the hospital, but he was so much better now, adding that the next few days will be a real test. In an earlier update on Saturday morning given outside Walter Reed Hospital, Dr. Conley had said the president was not being given extra oxygen and had been fever-free for 24 hours. But the comments from Mark Meadows to journalists given after the news conference painted a much more downbeat picture. Meanwhile, in the United Kingdom, Boris Johnson has warned that it may be a bumpy through to Christmas and beyond as the UK deal with the coronavirus pandemic. Johnson said there was hope in beating COVID, but called on the public to act fearlessly but with common sense. He said his government was taking a balanced approach between saving lives and protecting the economy. Johnson said the best thing the country can do now for all those who have suffered in the course of the pandemic is bring it to an end in the speediest possible way.
Excuse me,
Who is this trying to call me with his gadget? Please, before you call me Professor Ouma, you should have a telecommunicative device. My friend, we professors, we do not walk, we locomote. We do not drive problem boxes, yani probox.
To get Professor, bonyeza *811*759#. Dial *811*759#.
Gear up and maintain a healthy, fit and active lifestyle right there at home by keeping up with Gear Up on Channel 1, 5:30 to 6 a.m. Monday to Saturday. Gear up every day for every moment, and remember to stay home and keep safe.
In the sports news, world record holder Eliud Kipchoge has positively accepted defeat after finishing this year's London Marathon race in the 8th position. Ethiopia's Shura Kitata clinched the 2020 title after completing the 42-kilometer event in 2 hours, 5 minutes and 41 seconds.
Is Kipchumba. Will it be an Ethiopian or a Kenyan on top of the podium? If it's a Kenyan, it's...
Eliud Kipchoge has said that his year belonged after 25 kilometers, disrupting his concentration, but accepted the defeat, hoping for a brighter performance next year in the Tokyo Olympics.
When the taller figure from Kenya went past him, you thought it was a definitive strike, but the tiny Ethiopian was not to be beaten. And today, it was Eliud Kipchoge's turn to find out that it doesn't always go according to plan in the marathon.
That good, I was in a good mood. All my dreams has been well, but that started in now.
And did the conditions?
I don't blame the conditions, but I think it's good to blame what the problem with the hair.
In the women's competition, world marathon record holder Bridget Kosgei successfully retained her London Marathon. Kosgei clocked 2 hours, 18 minutes and 58 seconds, beating United States Sarah Hall and world marathon champion Ruth Chepngetich.
Again,
Eliud Kipchoge remains the champion because his record has not been broken. So we have everything to celebrate as Kenya today. Very, very proud of Bridget Kosgei for winning and becoming the champion today. And we also are very, very proud of Ruth Chepngetich for being number 3.
Whenever everything happens, there are always lessons learned. Today, Eliud Kipchoge did not come out number 1 as was all our expectation. What do we learn? In life, there are those moments that you shine, and there are those moments that things don't happen the way you expect them. And this is one of the situations whereby things don't happen the way we expected them. And this, to me, is a learning experience, and I use it as an opportunity to challenge.
All cheered our fellow Kenyan towards the finish line, and now I want to put to us a challenge that it is possible that we can document all our heroes through film, so that we keep this for posterity.
Meanwhile, athletics fanatics have expressed their mixed reactions following the outcome of a major international event.
Alikosa nguvu, lakini tumefurahia mbio. Tumeona Mkenya amechukua nambari ya pili, tunashukuru sana.
Imekuwa nzuri sana according to the basis, lakini shida ni hii wakati msimu wa corona ni kama Kipchoge alikula sana, lakini itakuwa tu sawa. Lazima kukuwe na mshindi na mshindani, lakini uzuri bado tunashikilia ile rekodi yetu. Tumetulia tu na 1 hour 50.9 minutes.
Hata mimi Kijobo amejaribu, lakini kama hata tumechukua hata tukiwa namba 2
tumefurahia kwa Kipchumba, ingawa Kipchage ametuangusha, haina shida.
Frederick Muki for Channel 1 Sports.
Team Kenya always making us proud out there. Of course, all the best to all Kenyan participants. 11 local-based players in the 34 Harambee Stars provisional squad will feature in a friendly match against Zambia, reported to camp and was screened for COVID-19. The team will kick off residential training tomorrow ahead of the match slated for Friday at Kasarani Stadium. Moving on, Budalang'i Youth Sports Academy CEO Absalim Ogana has said that the academy is planning to resume its activities after being disrupted by coronavirus pandemic. The academy is a youth investment program which develops and nurtures young talents in farm teams with the vision of using them in the first team in the future if they show enough promise and potential.
BISA is ready for takeoff, for transformation and realizing that old Kenyan footballer dream that was lost so many years ago. It is in this kind of environment that I came up with Budalang'i Youth Sports Academy in the year 2013, in pursuing my zeal, in pursuing my passion of transforming not only the lives of young people in Budalang'i, but also in the other parts of Busia County and Kenya at large. And since we embarked on this program, it has brought a new dawn. As we speak, thousands and thousands of our young people in Busia County are benefiting from free mentorship that is being brought by Agenda 101.
And Arsenal scored 2 quick-fire team goals to extend Sheffield United's pointless start to the English Premier League season, though the Blades did manage their first goal. The Gunners claimed a 2-1 win.
Osborne's done well to try. Good stuff from Arsenal. A great goal. Brilliantly finished by Bukayo Saka. England goal this week. And now putting Arsenal in front against Sheffield United. Arsenal have found a way through the Sheffield United defence at last. On the charge forward and finishing superbly. A brilliant second goal for Arsenal.
Fantastic.
The first goal was a brilliant team goal. The second one,
And that's it for sports. Now, the coronavirus pandemic is battering the global market and, of course, hurting businesses. The COVID-19 pandemic has cost jobs and most people rendered jobless and now turning into online businesses. So are these the sort of businesses that are benefiting from COVID-19 pandemic, or who exactly is making money? Tonight on Family Matters, we focus on the online business opportunities. Do we have any opportunities to tap in this sector, even as we look forward to maybe reviving the economy slowly? That's our topic of discussion tonight, and my guests are already here in studio. And tonight we will be speaking with Purity Museo and Joan Mwangi. Both work for Bold Cashers, and I believe it's one of the online either agents or let's say a business. Yeah, we'll be speaking with them. They are our guests tonight in just a few moments. Before I wrap it up, and of course before I usher in the weather, let me have a look at some of your feedback tonight on our Facebook page. We had Nyakisumo Steve, you were saying that you were tuned in from Migori County, and we are also who was following up was David Likami, who was saying that watching from Kakamega County. David Sonye also from Huruma Flats in Nairobi, and Rashid Haro from which sub-county is this? Garbatula, rather sub-county. And then Rashid Kipchumba as well from our Facebook, KBC Facebook page. You're also saying that you are following up, and a lot of questions coming in regards to the business, online business opportunities. And most of you are saying that you really have not found any legit online business opportunity. We continue sampling your opinion. Stephen Otiwa, you're saying you're watching Channel 1 Weekend tonight, and from Migori County. Thank you so much, Stephen. I always see your comments right here. And Timothy Muli Makasa, you're watching from Masaku, watching also from Kisumu County is Samuel Okeo. Sampling your opinion now and even during the broadcast, which continues with Family Matters. Another break will do from my side. And of course, up next is Weather Forecast. I'll see you on the other side of the studio with the two beautiful ladies discussing matters, the online business opportunities. Do stay tuned.
It's another one of those nights where Kericho and Narok residents have to sit by the fireplace and keep warm because the two share the coldest temperatures in the country, 11 degrees Celsius. Good evening, my name is Yusuf Farah. Welcome to Channel 1 Weather Updates. Now, dry weather conditions are to be experienced in most parts of the country tonight, with the exception of the western sector and the coastal region. Monday morning, this is how we kick off the week. A bright morning we wake up to in most parts of the country. However, for residents of Malindi and Lamu, expect a rainfall with sunny intervals. For residents of the Lake Turkana Basin, residents of Kisumu and its environs, you will have a bright morning. In the afternoon, things take a turn. Kericho, Kitale and Eldoret residents carry an umbrella with you because there will be rainfall accompanied by thunderstorms. For residents bordering Kenya and South Sudan, expect the same as well. For coastal region residents, particularly Mombasa and Lamu, expect sunny intervals with a bit of showers as far as the temperatures are concerned. Mandera, highs of 38, lows of 27. Garissa, highs of 36, lows of 23. And Lamu, highs of 31 and lows of 26. And on that note, I complete the local weather forecast. Many thanks again for keeping it Channel 1. I leave you with the international weather forecast. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Until then, have a restful night.
KBC, in collaboration with the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, is broadcasting enhanced out-of-class learning on radio, television and online. Catch the lessons every weekday on KBC Channel 1 from 2 to 4 p.m. on KBC English Service and 15 FM from 9:15 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Radio Taifa from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. KBC English Service, Radio Taifa and 15 FM are also available countrywide on the free-to-air Signet digital TV platform, or log on to www.kbc.co.ke for live streaming, or download the KBC Online app on Google Play Store. Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, ensuring learning no matter what.
Next on...
The baby you lost wasn't mine.
I demand that you tell me the truth.
He said I'm not gonna eat anything unless my son comes here.
I quit. I'm leaving her now.
How could you let this happen? And what kind of a nurse are you anyway?
Then what do you want me to do?
We can't be away from each other since we love each other so strongly.
We need to talk. I really want to know why you lied to me. Huh?
I actually came to say goodbye. I'll be going to Greece.
El paraíso conocimos.
In love with Ramon.
People gonna say all kind of things about you.
With them on.
When your booty got show me now. Baby, one time. Bossy baby, give me 2 times. Full 180.
Let's go. Ha. I needed some with some bop in it.
Mamacita, where you at? I've been trying to reach you.
Katoto shepu awe, ayawe, ayawe. Pequeña katoto, kamini pequeña, pequeña
We need this win, Wanjala. You have to win.
They are fearless, yet friendly.
I hope Paula machungu after ile game ya mwisho.
I'm allowed to be concerned about you, Wanjala. I'm your wife.
I will take good care of you. Fierce, yet fair.
Pa combo sasa. Pop. Poza kidogo. Pop pop.
Firm, yet faultless.
You embarrassed mom. All of us. But it would be nice if someone would look out for me too.
You don't listen to me.
Because you always want to tell me how to...
Jemo unadu nini hapa?
You are embarrassing me.
Kona, Kenya's daily drama.
Taina train yato na muhimu sana kwa life yangu.
Kwa hivyo vile mimi nafanya hapa ni upuzi.
Naweza kukusaidia kujua ni akina nani?
Mimi siwezi chukua msaada kutoka kwa Saitani.
What is this?
It's a make or break chance.
Your fun, fabulous full team of Kona. Every fine weekday, right here on KBC Channel 1.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this episode of Family Matters. My name is Purity Museo. The coronavirus pandemic has battered the global economy, and the global crisis has also hurt businesses and cost jobs, with no doubt. Now, the online business experts are saying that it's high time, especially young people, ventured into the online businesses and maybe take up the opportunities there are to eke a living. So what are some of these online business opportunities, and how best can they be utilized? Let's have that conversation. Remember to use the hashtag Family Matters KBC to ask any question that you have to these great panelists that we have tonight, the beautiful ladies. It's really nice to have women talking about online businesses, and it's nice to have you, Purity. It's nice to have you, Joanne. Welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you.
And
Thank you so much.
I'll ask you this question: women coming out and advocating for, it's time to tap into the online business opportunities. How did that idea, I would start with you, Purity, how did that idea of saying I'll venture into the online business come to you? And even before that, what exactly were you doing? If you could just give us a background.
Okay, good evening, viewers. My name is Purity. Okay.
My namesake.
Yeah. Okay. My namesake, Purity. Thank you for this opportunity for hosting us in this show. So online opportunities have been there even before, especially during this pandemic is when the online opportunities have been widely exposed, especially because many of the people have lost their jobs due to the pandemic. Many of the people have had their salary cut. So I decided to venture into the online business because one, the business, I can do it at the comfort of my house, at the comfort of my home, without affecting what I do currently, what I was doing before. Yeah, you've asked me what I was doing before. I work in a law firm. I'm a secretary to the advocate. So I find it fun doing the business online, because I can wake up very early in the morning, do the business, get online, and instead of scrolling and doing nothing, I decided to make wasting my data. I decided to make a living online.
Okay. How about you, Joan?
Well, hi, my name is Joan Mwangi. Thank you for having us here. So I began mine back in 2018 when I was still a student. Okay, I'm still a student. What actually motivated me is seeing my older cousins doing it. And you know, there's just some comfort of having your own money. So that is what motivated me to join. 2 years into it, and I'm loving it. By luck, I landed a job earlier this year, and I've been working there. It's been fun, it's been good.
And you're saying you were looking up to your cousins. At least you had people who were ahead of you. How about you, Purity? Did you have anybody ahead of you to learn from, or how were you introduced to this business, considering there is a lot of fear that most businesses are a scam? That's what most people think.
Okay. I was introduced to the business back in 2018. Yeah, and I can say my mentor in that particular business was so supportive, so I liked it. Okay, many of the people tend to think that it's all about losing money. No, it is not. And like any other business, you have to risk. It's all about risking and venturing into the business. And yes, I've made a honey. Yeah, I'm happy.
You're happy where you are.
I can say it's a business.
Happy. So when we talk about online business opportunities, Joanne, what exactly are we talking about? What businesses are we looking at?
Okay, there are a wide scope of online businesses. We can talk of multi-level marketing, we can talk of network marketing, we can talk of online writing. There are a wide scope.
The easy ones, how to find them,
You know, first of all, before you join any online business, you have to do your research with due diligence. You have to know what works for you. What is working for Purity could not be what is working for me. She could be good at multi-level marketing or network marketing. I could be good at online writing, you know. It is not just something that everyone can do. You just have to look at your strong points. What you're good at is that is the path that you follow. So first of all, you have to do your research. You have to know what will work for you when you start it. You have to know what you'll do at the comfort of your house with your phone, what you'll not struggle to do. You have also to know, you follow a path that you'll have your mentors, you know, those that you'll always approach to ask for guidance, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So before we talk about the challenges, you know, the benefits, let's talk about what you exactly do, because Joanne is talking about there are different types of online businesses and you can choose what interests you or what you like. Could be writing, marketing, like she's saying. So for you, Purity, what is working for you?
In the company I work with, there are several ways of running. We have an app called Cash Chat, which deals with advertising. So, and there is also network marketing. So, specifically, I deal with affiliate marketing. Yeah, and it's working for me.
What does it involve in simple terms? Affiliate marketing.
Okay, affiliate marketing means that I show you this business, you get interested. I explain to you into details how you are going to make money, how you are going to earn, and then you get interested. Now, I'm like an agent, so I'm going to earn something we call a loyalty bonus for making you believe in this business and for making you join me in the business and make a living also.
So that you are at a higher level now.
Yeah.
Not a loyal employee until now you are promoted, you're an agent. Right?
Yeah, I am an agent to Pesa Money.
But you are doing affiliate
marketing. Yeah.
Okay, Joanne, for you, what works for you?
Well, as I said before, I'm an employee at Pesa Money K Limited. It's the company that Purity is talking about. We deal with mostly advertising. We have an app that is called Cash Chat app. It's a worldwide fintech app, you know, an app that you use for advertising. At the same time, we can use it for chatting. It's an app similar to WhatsApp. You just download it from Play Store. And I, as a user, I'm just going to, for me to be able to earn from the app, I'm just going to upload a status, just the way you do on your WhatsApp. You upload a status, and then there are ads that have been paid for by the users or an advertiser. There are ads that are going to run through my status. Now, you as a Cash Chat user, you're going to view my adverts, rather my status. I have uploaded a status, you have saved my contacts, I have saved yours. So when you come in to view my status, you'll have viewed the ads that have been paid for. So when you view that, that is when you get a chance to earn. The other way of earning from this app that has been working for me also is earning as an ad agent. Now, the work of an ad agent is basically to approach companies or institutions or individuals who wish to do advertising. So you approach a company, you tell them that we have an advertising app, we can do advertising for you. These are the payment packages, we can advertise for you for this amount of time. And when the company chooses the amount of time that they want us to advertise for them, I bring the deal into the company.
So that's what you basically do.
Yes.
All right. There is a lot of testimonies from even the viewers talking about, I could choose Purity what interests me, but getting that company that is not a scam or it's legit becomes a bigger challenge, and getting a company that you can trust, because most young people do not want to begin something where you either will not get the pay or you will be conned actually much of your money. So my question would be, how are you able to identify these legit online companies?
Okay, Purity, there are so many scammers, we cannot deny that. Yeah. There are online businesses which they want to scam people, especially the youth, because they are kind of desperate with jobs. Many have lost their jobs. So one thing you need to know about the business is to make good research of that company before joining. Know the founder of the company. Is the person reachable? Yeah, really. So at the end of the day, before joining, you will have made your own research. Don't rush. Not every online opportunity is legit. You cannot deny the fact that some are scammers. But when joining, make sure you do enough research on that particular company. And before joining, have a mentor. Know who to run to. In case you have a problem, you are facing a certain challenge, know who to run to. Don't just join for the sake of earning money. The other thing about the online business, it's not quick earn money. You have to work for. It's all about hard work. Being aggressive and hard work. It's all about hard work.
Okay, let me ask you.
Yes, please.
On that regard, you're talking about hard work. So for how long? Because most of the companies they ask for example, if it's online writing, they ask for sample papers. You do a lot, and maybe they're using your work for their own benefits, but they're not paying you. At what point, especially, are you able to know as a person you are being used, and actually you'll never get paid for whatever you're trying to do?
Okay, I cannot drill on that much, because the company...
focus on what you've advised us to do, like make sure you do a lot of research on the company that you want to work with, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have worked as an online business person, for example. Let's talk about the opportunities that I know you mentioned about the businesses, the types of businesses that there are there, but why you feel as a young person that this is one of the opportunities that young people in the country should be already tapping into? What are the benefits of online business?
Okay. First of all, something that people need to know before coming into online business, there is a difference between making money and creating wealth. Most of these online platforms tell you that join us, you'll be making 10,000 per week without telling you what you have to do. They're already telling you what you will earn before knowing what you have to do. So first of all, do your proper research. do it with due diligence. Know what am I getting myself into? You know, you could go there, then you pay. Some ask you to pay before joining, and then you find that there is nothing else to do. So do it with due diligence. Also, the other thing that I would advise, when these online businesses, when you hear about if they're conducting trainings for the new members or for the new recruits, don't be ignorant. Just go. Even if it's, they ask you to pay there are some who ask you to pay the registration fee for entering. Don't. If you're willing to, just do it. Because at the end of the day, you're the one who's going to reap the benefits. Yeah.
Okay. So Purity, during this pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, of course, businesses have been lost and hurt and jobs lost as well. The question that I was asking, you know, for people to tell us which businesses are benefiting from this pandemic, would you say online business is one of them? And why do you feel so, if yes?
Yes, it's a yes for me because I talk from experience. I'm talking from experience. I work the business part-time, by the way. I do the online business part-time. And I cannot say it affects what I do currently. It doesn't. So online business, you see, in Kenya, a research shows 87% of the Kenyans own a smartphone. And the smartphone in your hand can make you a living. You can earn a living. In fact, some of the online jobs, if you venture seriously, it can outweigh your salary. You can earn as much as more than you earn from your salary. But I'm not advocating for people to leave their jobs and join the online business. But it's a business like any other, Purity, like a boutique, like any other business. So if you venture into the business like seriously and this is what you want to do, you can really make some good money. Because I'm talking out of experience.
Out of experience. Yes. You'll tell us that experience. Joanne, tell us the benefits of online. I was asking her actually this question. Let me ask you the same question. Whether online businesses have benefited during this COVID-19 pandemic. That means that maybe you can tell us whether they have not been affected negatively by the pandemic. You know what I mean? Yeah.
In my opinion, they have thrived.
Yes.
I attribute this to the fact that online businesses are a 24-hour market. There is no opening time, no closing time. So that gives you a lot of time to engage with your clients, to engage with your prospects. That is why I say it has, well, I know to some extent it could have been affected, but if we weigh the two options, it has been of benefit. The other thing, online platforms, they give you a limitless freedom. You can be able to reach a very wide scope of people from all walks of life. Some online platforms are worldwide. So I would say to some extent, they have thrived. Yes.
Okay, and let me just go through a few comments here because a lot of young people are following up on this conversation.
Sure.
And we have one, actually, Shadik, who is saying that I have earned a lot from online business, and he's saying that I joined one with only 330 bob and now making a lot of money, and whatever the beautiful ladies are saying, it's true. You have to invest your time on it. So let's talk about that because I was really interested in knowing after how long, you know, because most of the time you're jobless at home, and so you're using your data bundles and you're expecting, you know, I want to work today and tomorrow I'm getting my first pay.
Yeah. Okay.
Does it depend with the kind of business that you've chosen, or all businesses you have to wait for some time?
You have to wait. Purity, we can't.
So you're put on probation first?
Not really. Okay, it depends on the efforts you make, because once you join and you follow what your mentor says or your coach, what he or she tells you, and then you work hard. We cannot say this is easy hunt money. No, it is not. So you have to work hard. And of course you have to invest, like any other business. You have to invest, but it will depend on your pocket, because generally there are so many online platforms. So it will depend on your pocket, what you want to invest and the outcome. Yeah.
Okay, Joanne.
Yes.
Your opinion on investing and your hard work, that's what she's talking about.
Yeah.
So when you want to engage into online business, let's talk about some of the things that you need to put into consideration. And this one, I'm talking about the challenges. What are some of the things, how, your comfort zone, what are some of the things that you have to say goodbye to before you commit yourself to this? Or is it something, because people think it's really a difficult task to remain online and do 1, 2, 3, or even market online. I know I'm asking you so many questions in one, but let me break it down for you. Before you join online business, must you be having, let's say, a lot of followers on Facebook, a lot of followers on Twitter? Because most people think online is about numbers. Tell us about that.
Okay, it's not a must that you have a lot of following, either on your social media handles, not a must. I will answer your question with a small question. Remember, back in the days, our grandmothers used to cook food using those traditional pots. Nowadays, we use metallic sufurias and gases. Which food do you think is sweeter? The ones our grandmothers used to prepare, or what we prepare?
That one.
That one, using the pots.
Yes.
Why? Why would you say?
I don't know, because I always find myself enjoying meals that are, the traditional meals.
Okay.
I enjoy them.
The reason is they put a lot of time into cooking that food. The pot and fire, it requires patience. It requires time, it requires consistency, persistence, and perseverance. So all these are attributes to achieving something sweet at the end. That is why you'll prefer the traditional pot, the cooked food, the food cooked using the pot, as compared to what we cook 10 minutes, 15 minutes using our gases
or
nowadays.
Even microwaves.
Yes.
Okay.
So now this is in line with this. People are not patient enough. You invest today, you want to harvest tomorrow. You have to be patient. You have to put in a lot of effort and a lot of hard work. You might fail to get prospects joining you today, but you never know about tomorrow. So you have to be patient. You have to strategize every other day.
Strategizing every other day. All right, I'm learning a lot from this conversation. So Purity, when we were beginning this conversation, you talked about you have to do a lot of research, you have to have a mentor before joining any company. But you can help us understand what are some of the signals of a scam, kind of an online business job. Maybe you can help us know the steps of identifying a legit business opportunity, online business opportunity.
Okay, let me start by explaining how you can identify a legit company. One, the founder. If the founder is always reachable. You see, some of the online businesses, you join, you are dipped into a WhatsApp group. You don't know the CEO, you don't know even the name of the company. Your work is to earn, you don't know how to earn, you see. So if you are joining a company, you have to know the founder. That is the most important part of it. And then you know the history of the company you are joining. And then the person who is introducing you to the business matters a lot, Purity, in this matter. Because you'll see this person explains the business to you, and then you joined, you invested, like we've said, you have to invest. Like in our case, the investment is 1550. 1,550 Kenyan shillings, which is almost affordable to most of the youth. But this is a lot of money if you lose it, you see. So when you are joining, make sure you understand how the company works, how you are going to earn. Like Joanna said, don't just join and then wait to earn. Learn.
So if you join and wait, you will lose.
You will lose. Learn. Be coachable, be teachable, and then be eager to learn the skills. Take your time to learn. You can even say, the whole of this month, I'm going to learn the skills. Then from the second month, I'm going to get seriously in how am I going to earn a living from this platform. Yes.
John, I want to ask you the issue of security for the online business. So is there any sort of security, or what happens when you meet these scammers or you lose your money? Is there some security, some form of orderliness in terms of if I invest this or I do this is the amount of money that I'm supposed to be earning. Let's talk about the security of online businesses, because that is one of the reasons why people are running away from them or are scared of them.
So I will answer that in line to what we do. So in our company, yes, the membership joining fee is secure. This is because we have a physical office. So if anyone wants to join our online business, they can come to our offices physically. We also have the support email addresses. We have the office phone numbers. They can always reach us. You know, our numbers are always there. So if you wish to join and you don't know how to do it, you don't know how to pay, you don't know if making payment is okay, you can always reach us. Yes, so I think that guarantees the security.
Okay, so do you have anything to add on in terms of security?
No,
she said
I think she has said it all. Yeah.
Let's talk about these online opportunities as a way of curbing the increasing cases of unemployment in the country. What's your recommendation as a young person who's already engaging yourself into this kind of businesses? Do you think it may be one of the solutions to these problems we are facing as a country?
Purity, I would like to say that let the youth be job creators, not job seekers. You have a smartphone, it's worth like 20,000. Why are you using that phone for making fun, the memes and such? Why can't you turn that smartphone into a source of income? So what I'm trying to say is, let us be job creators. You see, like in my team, I have like over 200 people which are making money from the app, from our company. Those are the people I've explained to them about the business. They have liked it, and even some are earning more than I do. That is job creating. Like we can see the teachers, the private school teachers have been, let's say, jobless because most have not been paid for the last like a couple of months, you see. But you cannot stay, your bills have to be catered for. You have a smartphone, you know someone who can introduce you to a business which can pay you, even if it will not pay you much, but at least something, yeah. Let us be job creators. You see, our education system taught us to seek for jobs, which is not right. Let us be job creators. As youth, let us not look for jobs. Let us look for money. Money is there. Jobs might be unavailable, but money is there.
Money is there.
Yeah, that is what I can say, Purity.
Do you think the online business work is the way to go to curb the rate of unemployment in the country?
Oh, yes.
Please do back your argument.
I am a living testimony. At just 23 years old, I am an ad manager and customer support agent at the company. So I believe jobs are out here. Not physical jobs per se, but online jobs. They are out here. You just have to look for the right one. You snooze, you lose. So if you see all these adverts running through, there is an online business, go do your research with due diligence. You know, get to know how is it working. Get to even see proof of payment for those who have already engaged in it. So yes, I think the future is in online businesses.
The future is in online business, but before you
let me add to that. I can add to that, specifically being on the online in general. You cannot escape the fact that the world is going digital. Purity, you have like a business. You see, like during this pandemic, you are not having like
a lot of
interaction.
Yeah, sure.
People are not coming to your shop. Are you going to stay with your products in that shop simply because people are not you are not in the no, you are going to get your phone, you market your business in Facebook, in Instagram, and then you are going to get buyers at the end of the day. Let them contact you. You are going to make a living. Yeah. Okay. So not necessarily that you open a shop in order for you to have a business.
Sure.
Yeah.
So before you got to where you are today, I'm sure you started You know, you had some starting point. So let's talk about the challenges, the struggles that you have to go. Those are the realities that, you know, when someone sees you seated here and you're saying you're making a lot of money, but at some point, honestly, let's talk about the challenges that you had to go through, Joanne, before you know, you established yourself and now you are an agent and helping other young people join these opportunities. Yeah.
Okay. The challenges are there. One, people do not believe that these online businesses actually pay. So you take a lot of time to explain to them, and at the end of the day, they frustrate you. They tell you, nah, it just can't work. But you're showing them proof of payment, you're showing them your withdrawal statements, but they still can't join. The other thing is, once you maybe you want to advertise your business on Facebook, you're targeting mostly the youths in, let's say, in network marketing. Mostly you'll target those that will be aggressive enough to create a chain or a team under you. But most of these people, you'll find that they do not have smartphones, and if they do not know how to maneuver their way through creating an account, activating, and all those things. So challenges, well, they are there, but you just find a way around them. Yeah.
Okay. Another challenge is you'll get someone who is very much interested into the business, and then this person tells you that I'm not a social media person. Now, this is an online business, my friend.
You have to stay online.
Yeah, you have to have a strong online presence. Even if you don't have followers, like you have to get to have a strong online presence for you to thrive in this business.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before you got to where you are, I was asking Joanne, tell us what were your struggles?
I had so much struggle because one, many, like John has said, many people don't believe in the online businesses. You explain to someone anaenda kukwambia hiyo ni scam. Don't give up on that person. Do not give up on that person. Ama useme, I'm going to block this person simply because ameniambia this is a scam. No, do not block that person. At the end of the day, this person will see you are making money, and he or she will get interested into your business. They join, and then they make money. This person will give a testimony like, Purity, thank you. You introduced me to this business. It's working for me. I'm making a living out of the business. So in simple terms, that is why I've said, let us be job creators. The challenges are there. You are going to get, you're going to be neglected. The family people, watakutenga, the friends, wataku-discourage. But if you know what you are doing, stick to it. Be focused, be aggressive.
Did you at some point feel like this was a scam? Did you know when to have that?
You see, Purity, I am a go-getter.
Okay.
I'm a risky taker. And this life inataka hivyo. Lazima ukuwe a risky taker. Me, I've never thought of such. Even when joining my first company, I never thought whether the online business is a scam, whether I'm going to be scammed or no. I entered into the business with my whole heart, and that is why I'm thriving.
Okay.
Yes.
Risk taker.
Risky taker.
Yes. Sorry, if I can add on that. Sometimes you go and approach some people, and they have this prejudgment of they had once joined an online platform and they got scammed. Now, how are you going to convince them that what you're presenting to them is actually legit? So that becomes a challenge sometimes. But as I said, you just have to find a way around it. There is nothing that doesn't come with a solution.
Okay. And John, with the pandemic, do you feel like there are some gaps, especially in the country, or some efforts that need to be put together to at least help youth, you know, venture into some of these businesses or even create their own through the online platform? What do you think should need to be addressed in the country right now?
First of all, creation of awareness. You'll find so many people are not aware of the existing online jobs. You're going to introduce a job to somebody and they tell you, I've never heard about it. Now, you wonder whose fault is it? Is it the fault of the company that the company didn't advertise this job well, or you wonder? So I think I think just awareness.
Just awareness.
Awareness,
Me, I think, in my own opinion, I can say, can we have the government advocating on the online businesses? Because you see, in online business, you need, you don't need much. You don't need much skills like papers or so. Even a class 8 person can do the online business. Even the mother, the housewife at home can do the online business. So if the government can do like having trainings, advocating like the way they do the politics, I think we can be far. As the youth, we can say we are proud of being Kenyans. But you see, in Kenya, the company which deals with the online business, it's work to make sure people understand. But if the government can advocate it in general, like have trainings and such, I think we can be far as youth.
Joanne, how do we change the mentality? I know employment is good and not everybody who gets the opportunity of getting an employment. So how do we change the mentality among young people that I need to get employment? Yes, it's good to wait for the employment, but before that, as you ladies are saying, you may consider the online business. So that mentality that if I don't get a job, I'm falling into depression. And actually, I'm sure you get a lot of messages from young people, help me get a job, I'm falling into depression. A lot of issues coming up because of joblessness. How do we address that, Joanne?
First of all, I'd say that those who have tried the online businesses and have thrived should come out and at least show the people that it actually works, that it pays, that you don't have to rely on your papers to get a job. You can create one on your own.
On that note, because we are winding up, for young people who have been rendered jobless, either during this pandemic or not, some who are still searching for jobs, we wish them all the best. But I need you to speak with them and maybe try to show them the need why they may consider also the online business as they wait for responses from where they sent their applications. Also, Purity, I'll welcome you to speak to this person and also your parting shot in a minute because we are winding up. This person who believes that online job is a scam and, they are really adamant about that. Yes.
Okay.
In a minute.
Yeah, okay. I'd like to say that don't wait for a job. You have your university papers, don't wait for a job. In simple terms, you have a smartphone which can make you a living. Try, have someone who can explain to you. In this regard, my number is 0713-409-825. You can contact me, or you can find me on Facebook, Purity N. Musioka, at Instagram, Purity N. Musioka. I can guide you. I work with a legit company, guys, so you can reach me there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Parting shot.
My parting shot. Well, these online jobs work. They are not a scam, they are legit. Anyone willing to join us, you can find us in View Park Towers, 6th floor. We are there. Our company is called Pesamoni Kenya Limited. You can Google it, you can find us, you can write us an email at kesupport@bolcashers.com. You can send me an email to mwangi.joan@pesamoni.com or to my colleague Clara@pesamoni.com.
Okay.
We'll be glad to have you.
It's been great speaking with you ladies, Purity and Joanne. I've learned a lot and I may consider giving you a call. Thank you so much. We have to wrap it up. That's all the time we had for the show tonight. And thank you all for your company. Thank you for watching Family Matters tonight. It's been great talking about some of the opportunities there are on the online platform. Hope you consider venturing into some of them and of course following the advice given by the beautiful ladies that we had hosted tonight. I'm Purity Museo. Lensa Odingo has been our sign language interpreter tonight. Thank you so much for your viewing. Do have yourself a lovely night and a beautiful week ahead. God bless. Thank you, guys.